you want to see. And the cat.
Now, I'm sure at some point in everyone's life, they wanted to be a pro athlete when they were younger. But sadly, for most people, that dream doesn't come true. But picture for a moment that it did, and that ever since you could walk, you were dubbed the next big thing. You played with 10-year-olds when you were 6. You were a top 3 draft pick. Your career is heralded as one of the greatest to ever play the game. You are the great one. Well, for Wayne Gretzky, all of these things were true. From his early days in Canada to the end of his career, Gretzky is the great one and the topic of my speech today. But you can't start with Gretzky in his prime. You have to go back to the beginning. In his Pee-wee days, according to Gretzky.com, he scored his 1,000th goal in hockey when he was just only 13 years old. In his final year of Pee-wee, Gretzky scored 378 goals. After Pee-wee, he played junior hockey in Toronto. He scored 72 points in 32 games in his last year. He was then drafted 3rd overall in the 1997 OMJHL, which is the Ontario Major Junior Hockey League, midget draft, which is for 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, by the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. He would score 152 points there before signing with the Indianapolis Racers of the World Hockey Association, or the WHA. He was later sold to the Edmonton Oilers of the National Hockey League, or the NHL, and that's where our story truly begins. Gretzky in 1982 scored his 77th goal of the season, breaking the single-season record in the NHL. He would go on in his career to score 200 points 4 times. He reached 500 goals in 575 games, the fastest to do it in NHL history. He reached 1,000 assists in 1987, but even with all these accolades, in 1988, Gretzky's career would change course. In the most historic trade in NHL history, he was sent to the Los Angeles Kings along with Mike Krzyzewski and Marty McSorley. In exchange, Edmonton acquired Jimmy Carson, Martin Jelena, 3 first-round draft picks in the years 1989, 1991, 1993, along with $15 million. But Gretzky would quickly adjust to LA, setting more career milestones, such as scoring his 802nd goal, becoming the all-time scoring leader, 2,000 career points, the only player to reach that mark, and also becoming the all-time holder in that mark. But he was traded once again, this time to St. Louis. LA received 3 young prospects in Roman Vopat, Patrice Tardif, Greg Johnson, and as well as a first-round pick in 1997, writes Joe LaPointe of the New York Times. But he wouldn't stay long. After only 18 games in St. Louis, Gretzky would sign with the New York Rangers in 1996 and would remain there until his retirement in 1999. In his career, according to NHL.com, Gretzky scored 894 goals, 1,963 assists, for a grand total of 2,857 points in only 1,487 games. In conclusion, Wayne Gretzky, despite all his accolades and his trophies that I forgot to mention, going on and on and on, but I didn't want to do that, etched his way into hockey history as well as many hearts. His marriage to Janet Jones was known as the Royal Wedding in Canada. Let's just say he was a big deal. In many ways, Gretzky and other famous athletes have a way of dazzling the public like no one else can. They bring a true passion for their game, and that is what truly marks and defines greatness.